Welcome to the pilot episode of the Ouija Club. And I did pronounce that correctly, and the French word is originally pronounced Ouija, not Ouija. I guess that's just the American pronunciation for it, which means in French, oui meaning yes, as you know, oui. And the ja, I think, might be Latin or German. I'm really not sure. Don't mark me on that, but the ja means yes also, or confirmed. So kind of it means oui. That's kind of what Ouija means. Ouija means oui in French. It's yes confirmed or yes. So anyway, there's a little trivia information for you about the Ouija board. So now you're probably thinking, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this devilry or whatever? And well, it's not about trying to be get attention or to be cool or whatever. It's more to explore and reveal the truth about Ouija boards, as well as all other supernormal, unexplained phenomena. And by the way, my name is Tony G. Palermo. Tony G. Palermo. The G stands for Gustiz, in case you're wondering. And that is my screen name, not my real name. I do that for protection, like a lot of people. So that's just a screen name. Tony G. Palermo. I reside in Nevada, northern Nevada. And I'll tell you that much. So we're doing this Ouija thing. I have the Ouija board right in front of me. It's Parker Brothers Ouija board. It glows in the dark, including the planchet, also known as the pointer, with some great artwork. Nice, simple and effective artwork, for like the old world artwork. Time now is about midnight, about 1 till midnight on what is this? The 8th of October, 2018, and it's Halloween month. That's anciently it's called Samhain or Samhain, the Halloween celebration, and it lasted more than one day. And originally, a lot of people think it's just one night, and I think that's foolish, because the whole month of October is Halloween to me, including this Ouija stuff. So I got this board, and this is not a visual, it's not a video, it's an audio, it's a podcast, the pilot episode. So the best I can do to prove to you I have a Ouija board right in front of me is to drop the planchet on the board so you can hear it. You can also hear it move a little bit. So there you go. There's the Ouija board. This is for people 18 and over. Not that we do anything really explicit here per se, but just because it's an adult thing, for adult entertainment. And that's all the Ouija really is. It's really not demon board. It's not a witch board. By the way, that's a good movie, Witchboard. Check it out. It was made in the 80s, starring Tawny Katane. It was a good movie. Very fictional, of course, but a very good horror movie from the 80s. So check it out. There's also the Ouija Experiment. There's also the Ouija movies that are made much more recently. Not any good. And in case you don't already know, those movies suck. They're terrible and completely fictional, completely boring, bad acting, bad directing, and everything, like a lot of new horror is. But I won't get into the new horror thing. I love horror movies, but this is not the subject per se. It's more about the supernatural and especially the Ouija board. And again, this is Tony G. Palermo. I'm going to get started with a Ouija seance this early morning. It's now 12:02 Pacific time, that is, Nevada time. Let's see, before I begin this Ouija session and dispel the myths and show nothing happens, let me just elaborate further on that. The Ouija is, well, overall I think it's bunk. I do believe in spirits, definitely, in the spirit world and the other world, but it's very complicated. And I've done a little ghost research myself, or ghost hunting, if you will. There's a lot of fraud involved with ghost hunting, and we're not going to do that here. No fraud involved, I guarantee it. I swear on my dear departed's souls, okay? There will be no fraud here, okay? None. Nada. Zilch. So don't worry about that. Anything that does happen will either be explained or unexplained. Let's just put it simple like that. And so what I'm doing, I was going to put the microphone up to close to the Ouija board while I'm doing a seance, nice simple seance, and trying to contact the other world, the spirit world, presences, whatever you want to call them, and see if they answer. And let me just say this much. Maybe you think I'm crazy or a lunatic, but I really hope something will happen. I've used a Ouija board many times and nothing happened. That's why I say it's a lot more complicated in the spirit world than you think. The demon thing, you get possessed and your windows will crack and, your toilet will overflow, whatever. That's a bunch of, a bullshit is all that is. And YouTube is using a lot of trickery on that. And this will be on YouTube, by the way. YouTube videos showing people using the Ouija board and supposedly not the right way or something. And they got a name for the demon. I forgot its name. There's a popular demon going around, and it's all this superstitious junk and mythology, pop culture with the Ouija board. But I've seen nothing substantial with their. Although good trickery takes place, and that's possible with today's technology. But I see nothing convincing that occurs from using Ouija boards online or through videos, posting videos. This is audio. Don't look for the video. You probably say, hey, where's the video? Well, no, this is a podcast. It's audio. And I don't have the proper, let's just say not the proper setup for a camera right now. Plus, I'm self-conscious. So I'm not going to use a camera anytime soon. I like audio. I'm more into audio than video. You could say I'm an audiophile, which means sound lover, basically. And I love old-time radio. Especially a lot of us out here love old-time radio and love audio in general. And anyway, that's another subject. So what else do I want to say? Oh yeah, let's see here. Here's a little treat for you, or should I say something to look forward to besides my podcast, if I can get to it. I'm trying to pull up the information. Okay. Well, what it is, it's let's call it a Halloween phone-in. It's a Halloween phone-in or Halloween chat line, Halloween party chat line that I'm opening for everybody that's 18 and over to call and have an audio. Again, audio is great. You don't have to dress up that way, see? But you can pretend to dress up if you want and have a pretend. Well, it's real. It's real too. I mean, you're really talking to people. It's a chat line, the audio chat line for adults. Halloween party through the phone, through your cell phone or whatever you want to use. I'm going to announce the number to call before this podcast is over. So men and women everywhere, invite your friends and join the Halloween party. It will take place. I'll set the exact date of this. It will be, let me see, this Saturday, as I understand. Yeah, this Saturday. And what date is that? I don't have a calendar in front of me. That's how prepared I am. Oh, here's one. Calendar. It is October the 8th, no, 9th now, so I can do the math in my head, but I'm lazy, even though it's simple. Okay, it's October, I'm sorry, I went back to August. Hold on. Hi, October. Okay, it's going to be, wow, the appropriate day, 13th, Saturday. So October 13th at 7 o'clock Pacific time. Is that a good time? Yeah, it's going to be 7 o'clock Pacific time, Nevada time, this Saturday the 13th. And I'll give you the number in just a moment, before I begin the session. I know you're thinking, get with the session, get with the session. Well, I'll get to it soon. I'll get to it soon. This is also important. And, okay, I'm going to pull up my call-centric number. These are call-centric party lines, which you can get yourself for free. So if you want to open your own chat line, I recommend call-centric. Look it up online. Okay, the number to call for the Halloween chat party, I guess we'll call it that, the Halloween chat party this Saturday at 7 Pacific, is 1-718-362-6120. The PIN number is 954-7654. Again, 1-718-362-6120. PIN number 954-7654. And I'll give it at least once more before this podcast is over. If you didn't hear that, well, rewind the video and on YouTube or wherever you're hearing this and hear it again. The Halloween Chat Party. I think that's a good name. Simple and effective. The Halloween Chat Party hosted by Tony G. Palermo, yours truly. Okay, to the Ouija board. Okay, it's after midnight. It's about 12:07. the witching hour, as we call it. It's October. I mean, what more perfect setting could it be except if it was Friday the 13th, but it's not anything in this month. So let me begin here. Center the planchet. I'm going to put the microphone down so in case on a slim chance you hear anything supernormal, unexplained, it'll pick it up. And again, I use no trickery. I guarantee you that. I swear on my life I don't use trickery. Anything you hear, again, will be either explained or unexplained. And so it might be very dull to some people. This might be boring. But if you're really interested in exploring the real supernormal, the actual supernormal out there, this is the way to go. So be patient and listen in. Let me know if you hear anything, pick up anything unusual. Not shuffling or anything like that. That's just me. And I'm in my own bedroom here, so I'm doing this in my own bedroom. And thank God the weather's cooler. It's chilled down a bit. Hope everyone else is comfortable out there. All right, let me begin. Down goes the microphone next to the Ouija board. And begins the seance. Ouija seance. Okay, I'm going to ask a few questions. This will be pretty general. Okay, is there a spiritual presence here right now? Any spiritual presence that can hear my voice, please respond through this Ouija board planchet. Please respond now. Okay, some movement, but that's from me breathing. And yeah, I'm putting the first two fingers of each hand on the planchet. And so far, of course, nothing. I'm just trying to prove to you that it's a bunch of bunk, this Ouija board stuff. I'm not saying spirits don't happen through the Ouija board, but it's very rare, apparently. A lot more complicated. But this is to find out if there's any chance or anything at all that could happen through this Ouija board. Okay, mystifying oracle, we'll go back to it. Okay, second question, again, repeat the first one. Is there a spiritual presence here now? Can you hear me out there? Any spiritual presence whatsoever? Please answer now through this Ouija board. Okay, again, it's moving, but it's because of my breathing. I'm kind of going sideways on the board. I'm sitting down one direction and facing to my left. Also, we're hoping that, maybe this won't bind any kind of spirit to speak. You can hear some audio from a ghost. Maybe it'll speak through the microphone. So what I'll do is invite the spirit to talk either through the board, Ouija board, or through the microphone. Let me get a little more comfortable here. I'll lift one leg up and ask another same question. Is there a spiritual presence here with me now? Please answer now. And of course, nothing. See, so what I mean? There's nothing but bunk. I'm not demon. Let me get back to the microphone. See, I'm not possessed. Toilet's not overflowing. The board is still. The planchet's not moving. It's left on the center, so I'll leave it here, the planchet right here, for a ghost to move it on its own, or a demon or whatever. I personally don't believe in demons. I think that's just romantic mythology that people want to believe in because they're so cool, and all that. Everybody wants to go after what's cool these days, but it's not a reality. There's no demons except for people. I do believe in evil energy, but they're mostly people, especially politicians. They're pretty evil. They're demons, real life demons. Look at Congress, look at it doesn't matter what party they are. They're almost all evil. They're self-serving and corrupted, most politicians. So you want to look at demons, there you go. There's your real life demons. They're possessed. They really are. It's sort of like a virus, that gets in your computer, it gets in your system and turns you into a corrupted individual. So it's more of an energy, if you ask me. Spirits are just spirits. We are all spirits. When we die, we go somewhere. As for where, I don't think anybody truly knows, but that it's probably heaven-like. It's like heaven. So I'm getting bored of this. I don't know about you. I always get bored just staring at a planchet in the middle of the board. One more question. I'm going to put my 2 fingers on it this time. Left 2. Is there a spiritual presence here with me now? Please answer now. Through the Ouija or through the microphone. Nada. And I'm pretty sure you didn't hear a voice, but I'll check it out, see if any voices came through that I couldn't hear. See what I mean? Ghosts are very complicated. You cannot go to them. They usually come to you. Now, have I seen a ghost? Or heard a ghost? Yeah, well, I think I've seen some ghosts. At the corner of my eye. I think they call them doppelgangers or something, but the ghost between your pupils and the side of your eye, that disappears when you look at it. I've had several of those. I could sworn were ghosts or some kind of presence, and when I turned to look at them, vanished. So that's real, and I guarantee I'm being honest on that. But I have heard ghosts more than I've seen them that I know are ghosts, or whatever you want to call them. And let me just share you this one true account, the most powerful one, of an audio ghost. Okay, that took place when one afternoon when I was taking a nap, in my bedroom. And what woke me up out of my nap was a man giggling, but he was giggling my name, and chuckling out my name. He sounded kind of jovial, just like me laughing there, and saying my name like Tony, like that. Although that's not my name, he said a different name. But the name the voice I recognized right away. It was a fellow named Paul, who is my stepfather, who died well, I should tell you this now. I came out of the bedroom and found out that he died in the hospital from a relative. Informed me right when I came out of my bedroom that he died in the hospital from pneumonia that very day, like 15 minutes prior to my coming out of the bedroom. Now explain that one. I'm not making it up. I'm not on drugs, nothing like that. I don't do any drugs. I rarely drink. I don't even smoke pot. So, explain that one. It woke me up about 3 in the afternoon, 2:30 or 3, and it was I 100% identified it as my late now stepfather's voice. So what was he doing? Departing his body in the hospital and visiting me temporarily on his way to heaven, or wherever he was going? I think he was a good man, and respected him. So it was my sister's father. We're half sister and brother. And that was several years ago, about 10 years ago, I think. Unexplained. And there's just been some other audio ghosts that I know were ghosts, and maybe I'll share that in another podcast, but one involved middle-aged lady gasping for air, like I startled her, like I scared her more than she scared me. I'll get to that in another podcast, but okay, I just want to share that with you. So ghosts are real. I do believe in spirits, but I don't believe they're that easy to contact. These ghost hunters are a bunch of frauds, most of them. Ghost hunters, ghost adventures, ghost whatever. And they're always, they're out there trying to, with their electronic equipment, which I think is bullshit. You don't need electronic equipment to contact a ghost or have them contact you. If they're that shy, they got to speak through electromagnetic waves, radio waves, then they must really not want to be found out, or maybe they're just very shy or something. Maybe that's the excuse they use, but believe me, I don't think ghosts are that shy. They're just protecting us from having a stroke or a heart attack. So that's really the whole of it. And so anyway, one more question on the Ouija board. I guess it's the same one. It's the only one I can ask about spirits. Let me ask maybe for its name, or if it has a name. Is there a presence here? And if there is, do you have a name? Can you spell it out? Can you answer me now? Please do. Nothing. Nada. So yeah, there you go. There's your Ouija board. A big old scam is what people tout this to be. And they do it to sell them, to sell the boards. They're scammed that it's right on the instructions on the board. How they tell you to wait for the answer, for one thing. They say put your fingers on the Ouija planchette and wait for the answer. You'll find that your planchette moves. Yeah, it moved, but it's from me breathing, because human beings are never perfectly still, as you know. You have a heartbeat, you breathe, so that's gonna reflect on your hand, your fingers, and it's gonna move the planchette around a little bit, making it look like there's a ghost responding. It says to wait a minute at least. Yeah, after a minute, I'm sure it'll move a little bit with your pulse through your fingertips. You know what I mean? It's just a big scam. It's nothing. Not saying that spirits do not ever contact you this way, but it's very rare, extremely rare. And spirits are a lot more complicated, a lot more intelligent than we give them credit for. These ghost hunters want you to think they're stupid spirits and they're a bunch of demons and flying around. Well, that's good for ratings, but it's not good for reality. Again, the spirit world is very complicated, and if you want to contact it, the best way to do that is not to force it, not to go after the ghosts. Let them come to you. Leave yourself open, and if you're going to do a seance, try to be open. Do not be impatient. Try to relax and not expect anything. Don't expect anything. And not to be skeptical either, but just don't expect anything. Don't assume anything. And then maybe something will happen. Who knows? Just maybe. You never know. Might be that might be a better method. So I'm as relaxed as I can be, and nothing's happening here. So anyway, at least if nothing else, the Ouija board is a good it's good artwork on it. I like the art, and I like the fun you can have with it if you what's the word, juice it up a little bit, and maybe commit some how do I put it, fraud. But admit it that you're doing it, not to really fool people, but that's kind of mean. So if you're going to use a Ouija board, try to and you want to make it move, try not to, what's the word, upset anybody, and reveal it's a joke. Just tell them it's a joke. Don't get about it. Some people are very superstitious, but there's nothing to these. It's all bunk. Well, except for a very few cases, if any at all. Spirits are very complicated again. Let's say that again. So yeah, if you're gonna fool somebody, you know what I recommend? Getting a little magnet or two, or say maybe a diatomaceous earth magnet, and paste it or tape it to the bottom of the planchette. Maybe paint it over so it's not noticed. And then run your magnet under the table and watch the planchette move. You can make a video out of that. I think that's what a lot of people do on here, on YouTube and other places. They use a magnet to make the planchette move, and it's that demon again. It's Harvey, whatever name that is. There's some demon's name going around that they claim to contact, and their eyes turn white or something. I don't know. A lot of special effects they can use with technology now. Video editors, So don't be fooled by this junk. I'm not here to debunk the whole thing. I'm not trying to be a skeptic. I am not a skeptic. I believe in spirits, but again, there's a lot of fraud out there. And when it comes to Ouija, it's not dangerous. It's not going to overflow your toilets, like I say, or back up your bathtub, or give you cancer or nothing. It's just, I've used it many times. I'm still here. I'm in my 40s. I've used it since I was a teenager, and not one thing has happened to me from the Ouija board. From people, well, that's another story. I've had some bad experiences with people, and good as well, but good and bad. So yeah, our people that are demons themselves. And again, from my experiences, I think it's a virus, it's a force like Star Wars. People become possessed by evil energies that are around us spiritually, or in the other world, as I call it. And it's the devil, as you can say. That's satanic end of it. I'm not trying to get religious, but I am Christian, but I do believe Satan is more of an energy force than a guy walking around. It's more of virus is what Satan is, a human virus that is spiritual, and it collects on you like plaque. So once you start being evil and becoming greedy, corrupted, it just spreads like a virus, and then your whole body's infected with it, and your soul. And then you don't know any other way of life. You just want to be selfish, greedy, hurt people, promote yourself, be a narcissist, hate certain groups of people, whatever. Spread that around the world, and that's what the satanic plan is. So that's what politicians do. Well, for starters, media people too. Of course, there's a lot of evil in the media, and there shouldn't be any surprise to people that use their minds at all. That's demon. There's your Satanism right there. There's your flying demons. So if they don't fly, they sit in chairs and talk to you, or they stand at the podium and fool you into believing they're on your side when they're not. I guarantee it. So, unfortunately, I can't communicate with them through a Ouija board, from my experience. But anywho, so yeah, I'm just pushing the planchette around, hoping something will move on its own right now, but nothing. Okay, thanks for listening to the very boring eventless podcast. Except you're now better informed that the Ouija board is bunk. So it's, for the most part, it is. And so far I've seen no convincing cases that people have been possessed or had their house possessed or whatever with the Ouija board. So that's that. I'll put another podcast up here if anything happens while I'm using this board. But nothing so far. Nothing to write home about, or email home about, or text home about. So I got to get modern with it, yeah. Otherwise I feel like an old fart. Anyway, thanks for listening to the podcast, and seeing. Maybe I'll make a video of this too, just to show you nothing happens. So anyway, that's boring. We'll get to another podcast soon, and have a great Halloween, fantastic Halloween, this October 31st. But remember, the whole month is Halloween. Don't look for it just one night. You can blink your eye and it's gone. Start celebrating now. Put those decorations up. Go to those haunted houses. Go to the spirit store, like a lot of people are. Sit around waiting for one night. And don't make your kids sit around waiting for one night. Take them out and have some hay rides and stuff like that. That's what it's all about, the fun, Otherwise, I think you're really missing out on a lot if you think Halloween, or Christmas for that matter, or Thanksgiving is just one night. Or New Year's Eve, all that stuff kind of combines in a sense. They're different holidays, but I call it the holiday season starting with Halloween. So my holidays start in October, 1st of October. Anywho, I'll let you go. And if you have any questions or concerns, I didn't give you my email yet. If you have any experiences you want to share of any kind about the Ouija or anything else unexplained, send them to theotherworld@usa.com. That's theotherworld@usa.com, and I'll respond as soon as I can. If you want this stuff read on the air, or if you want to share an audio file or any kind of media, go ahead and send it. Use an attachment, or upload the file to Dropbox or anything like that, or Google Drive or something. If you have any media to share at all, send me the link. Preferably as a link more than an attachment, because that loads faster. So just give me the link to your media with photos, videos, or audios, or text. You can have a textual thing you want to send, go right ahead, or an account, go right ahead, or just type it in the email. Again, it's theotherworld@usa.com anytime, and I'll respond when I can. I'll let you know if you're approved. If you want that shared on this podcast, I'll let you know if it's okay. So, one more thing before I go. In this very boring Ouija session, which has now concluded, here's my, which number did I give you? Oh yeah, I got two of them here. My call-centric number for the Halloween chat party. It's Saturday night, the 13th of October 2018 at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific. Be there and mingle around. Let's talk about spooky stuff, including Ouija or anything that's Halloweenish. Okay, the number again is 1-718-362-6120. PIN number is 954-7654. And look for Tony in there. That's me. I'll show up there at 7 o'clock sharp, as far as I know. Unless something gets in the way of that. Hopefully not. Invite your friends. And yeah, let's talk everything Halloween. Spooky, unexplained, super normal, Ouija, everything, you know. And I happen to love horror movies. We can discuss horror movies there. Especially the classic horror movies. I'm not too much into the new ones. I'm watching a movie right now called Frankenstein Unbound, which is a real dud. The acting's not bad, but it's not scary. It's just kind of gross, and some very annoying scenes in it that really don't seem to have much to do with horror, but more to do with eroticism or something. I don't know. It's not a very good movie. Not the worst, but not the best. So give me Freddy or Jason anytime. That's what I like. Or the original Frankenstein. There you go. 1931. I also like the original Dracula and all the classic monsters, you know. Okay, I'll sign out for now, and thanks for listening to the pilot episode of the Ouija Club. Again, join our Halloween party this Saturday at 7. You got the number? Rewind it if you don't. I give it out. But one more thing. If you're going to call and you might be concerned about privacy, you think maybe somebody will have your number or share it or something. No, I guarantee that doesn't happen. Your privacy is assured. But if you want to be doubly sure, or is that a word? Doubly sure, positive that your information is private, just hit star 67 before calling. It's not necessary, but if you want to feel extra cautious about it, or be extra cautious, star 67 is the way to go on any phone, cell phone too. Star 67, then dial the number. And then you should feel much more confident. You can be as anonymous as you want to be. You don't have to reveal your real name, your age, or anything, or even your state if you don't want. I prefer to at least get your state, so I know where you're calling from somewhat, just out of interest to know where people are calling from at the party. So again, Saturday the 13th at 7 o'clock Pacific time, and I'll give the number one more time before I close it. 1-718-362-6120. PIN number 954-7654. And they'll ask you for the PIN right away, so be ready. They'll ask you right away. The recording will. The lady on the recording. And the rest is going to be fun. So happy Halloween 2018. I'll catch you on the flip in the next podcast. This is Tony G. Palermo signing out for now.